Okay, so today we are going to see about operators in Oracle. Okay, so what is the advantage of the operator? So you people already know some of the operators we are using on the daily basis, like equal to, okay, greater than, less than, so all plus minus. So these are all of the operators. Same way we have like multiple different types of operators. Okay, so see, Oracle provides operators to be used with data in order to perform some related action and return a results. See, so if you are so asking the system like select star from employee table, so where employee name equal to some XYZ. So you are asking the question to the Oracle. So I need this information. So you are giving like you are giving some action to the you are giving some work to the Oracle and he is giving the results. See, you are giving some input and it is giving the different results. So it is not giving as a so it giving the results as a success or failure. So if it is the condition is satisfied, it gives the results for you. The condition is not satisfied and that results won't be get. So you will get the null results for that. Okay. See, equal to. So we have some other operators like an operator can act as on a single operand and two operands and binary operands. See, condition may provide with a single condition. You may provide the condition with two at a time. The thing like equal to works with single condition. You cannot able to pass like multiple conditions with single operand. So we have the other operands like binary operands. See the binary operands and are not. So these are all we have. Not under. So between we have between. So between operator where works with the two conditions. See, you may write like a salary between 100 and 2000. So it checking the lower bound and upper bound. It checking the two conditions. So those type of things we can call it as a binary operands. Okay. See, mostly we will work with like we have multiple operands in the single operands. Okay, arithmetic operators. See, the arithmetic operators, so you people already know if you want to do the calculation type of things, we'll use arithmetic operators. Okay, so we'll do, see, arithmetic operators operate on one or more numeric operands and return the numeric output. See, if you are doing anything with arithmetic operators, that is a number values, and you will get the only the number as output. 2 plus 3, 5 is the numeric. So 2 minus 5 minus 3, you will get numerical value. So if you are doing like 100 by 10, number value. Okay. If you do like anything with numeric operators, you will get only the numeric values. It's a output. Okay. Now we'll do how to do that calculations in the by using this. See, you cannot able to do like 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So you cannot get the results by simple. So you need to use this expression. See, 1 plus 2, we are saying it's an expression. For doing some operation here, that operation I'm calling as an expression. Okay, so if you want to do these things, we need to use, let's start from dual. See, the dual is a system defined table. Dual is a system defined table where we need some temporary tables. So where we need, see, anything you cannot able to run blindly or you cannot able to run separately. So you need to write, you need to execute anything on the select statement. Okay, select statement on in select statement only you need to do anything. So it may be a calculations, it may be a function calling, it may be, see, length of column name. So substring of column name, we use these functions. So these functions you are executing in select statement. So you cannot able to run this select statement. I mean, so length of 1 to 3. If you provide like this, it cannot able to run this. If you want to execute functions, or if you want to do any calculations, if you want to do any expression callings, you need to use select statement. Okay. See, if I use dual table, so what is the dual table? It's a system defined table. You cannot able to touch this anything. You cannot able to do any DMLs, any DDLs, anything you cannot able to do in this. Just you can able to select. Okay. And if you use instead of this, if you use an EMP, we don't have EMP table. So user underscore tables. Okay. So now you may have like we have 6 rows in this, right? Now I'm doing this length of 1, 2, 3 execution in both places. See, the function is executed 6 times. Here I am doing here. How only 1 results, because my table is having only 1 row and another table is having 6 rows. That's the reason it is executing. How many rows we have in the table, that many times the function is executing. The results is same. If you have like 1 crore rupees with you, if you count like 100 times also, if you are counting the first time, if you are gonna counting like 10 times, 1 lakh time also, it give the same number of amount, right? There is no use if you count like more than once or twice is enough. You no need to do like 100 times as the money validation, right? See, the advantage of this table where we need to call the functions, where we need to do the expression callings, where we need to do the calculations. In such place, we'll use this table, dual table. It's a system defined table. Okay, so you may get interview question on this. What is dual table? It's a system defined table. We cannot touch anything on that. We cannot able to do anything on that. Okay, now we have this, and now I am able to see. Now I am calling plus 1 plus 2, 3. So if we do this in expression, you will get like 3, 3, 3, 3. 6 times. Okay. Now, if we want to do the addition, we'll use plus symbol. If we want to do like minus, subtraction, if you want to do, we'll use minus operator. If you want to do the division, we'll use so slash symbol as a binary divided by operator that. Okay. Then if you want to do some multiplication, we'll use star. So you can run this, you get the results. See, the operator is, see, now you are saying it's a operator or expression calling here. So every expression is a different because you made as a different. You use the comma. It separate the expression 1, expression 2 in different. See, now we have 4 expressions here. Each expression is separated by the comma. The Oracle understand. If you mention the comma, it's a different column. If you mention the semicolon, it's a line terminator. It's a line terminator. So if you use this here as a semicolon and this semicolon to till this semicolon, whatever the values we return, this whole word as a single statement or single line or single query. See, if you are using the semicolon in the sense, the statement has ended in that place. So where you ended with the previous semicolon, from that particular point to next semicolon, whatever the values we have, all the values will get here. See, now I'm using like here 1, 2, 3. And I'm using just I mentioned and nothing I mentioned. Okay, 1, 2, 3 to this. So now I'm trying to execute this. You can check now. See, it won't execute it. It execute this statement as well. If you use 1, 2, 3, so earlier it execute. If you use 11G%, the people will get to know. So, okay, I can mention like just select. Okay, so I'm not using 1, 2, 3 here. Just I'm mentioning select. So I supposed to write the query here. I forget, and I'm using the next line as a new statement. Now you can execute. Okay, sorry, this right. See, I'm executing this only. I'm in this place. That need to execute from here to here only. But it executing from this point to this point. Okay. So line terminator is a semicolon. Okay, column separator, comma, column, comma. Okay, so now, so we are able to perform all arithmetic operations here. Okay, now we have other things. Arithmetic operations we've done, and we have the concatenation operation. Concatenate operation. See, concatenate, combine, where we need to club the two strings, or where we need to merge two strings as a one. Okay, we have 1 and 2. So if you want to make as a 1, 2. Okay, so if we use, now I need to showcase my value like I have 1, 2. I need to display as a 1, 2 for this. These two values, I need to make it as a 2. See, here I'm providing some name for this expression. 1 plus 2 we have, right? I'm giving some name for this, simply arithmetic. And this way I'm doing like a subtraction. See, earlier we are showing as a expression. Now I alias some name for that. I provided some name for that by using alias names. Okay, by using alias names, I provided that. Okay, see, arithmetic operations and aliases. Aliases, how we need to provide alias names. So if you can able to provide a column aliases by mentioning space of that particular expression 1 plus 2 space, and you can provide the name for that. Okay, now we are doing this. So 1, 2 we have. So if you want to do like 1 plus 2, if you do like 1 plus 2, it displays as a 3. Now I need to make it as a 1, 2. I need to club these two. Okay, so if you want to club these two, we need to use 1 concatenate 2. See, it will display. I'm removing this. It will see. You mentioned 1 concatenate 2, but it is displaying as a 12. Okay, see, the people will give first name, last name, surname as a 3 different fields in the data. In such place, the client may ask, I need to showcase name, whole name, full name by using first name, last name, and surname. Last is the surname. So usually we will write the surname as starting point, right? Everybody will write like a surname as a first, and the name will write at the starting point, and surname will last. Okay, so now, okay, see, now I did like a, so 1 concatenate 2. If I do like a ABC concatenate, XYZ. It give error. Give error. Why? See, if you are concatenating the number values, no need any single quotations for the number values. If you are giving like ABC alphabetical values, see now the system will treat like as a this ABC and XYZ as a columns. The system will treat these values. What are the values you provided? These are the columns of that particular dual table. These columns is not present in dual table. That's the reason it give error. So it is showing XYZ as invalid identifier, right? Now see, you can run this ones. You will get to know something. Okay, so we have C1, C2, C3, right? Now I am making as a C4. Select C4 from T1. See, C4 is invalid identifier. The same error you got here. XYZ is an invalid identifier. Now, if you mention the single quotation of this, now see the error got changed. Now it is showing ABC as invalidated because it's not a string you mentioned. It's treating like as a character. Okay. Now, if you want to select 1, 2, 1, 2, I want to display. So just I need to display what are the values I'm passing. Okay. 1, 2, you are able to. If I mention A comma B, will get the error. Okay, you need to keep these values in the single quotation. Then only the system can able to understand this. You are trying to display the string, not the column. Okay, so now you are able to get. Okay, so now we learn with arithmetic operators, concatenate operator. Okay, the concatenate operator will combine the strings. See, operator on two strings, two string operands to join them into as a single string. Okay. Now, see, select first name, last name. So select first name, concatenate with last name. It combined as a name. You can provide alias name here simply. Now it will display as a name. So where we need to display the name, so in such place, use like this, first name, concatenate with last name. Okay, this is about concatenate operator. Okay, then we have the comparison operator. See how to compare the values. See, if you want to compare u is greater than me or me. See the name, see in the word itself is having greater than. Greater than is the operator will it compare the values. So 10 greater than 5 is a false. 10 less than 5. 10 greater than 5 is a true. Okay. See, we have the symbols for that to do the comparisons. Okay. So greater than, we have the greater than symbol. This less than, we have less than symbol. Okay. Equal to, we have greater than or equal to. You may be equal to me or greater than or less than. Some people may equal to me or some people may be less than to me or greater than to me. So I need the people who are equal to me and greater than. In such place, I will use greater than or equal to. So who are all equal to me or less than? That people I need to retrieve. In such place, I will use less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. And in operator. See, I want to retrieve, like I have multiple peoples in the table. I need required people information need to retrieve from that employee table. So name equals to A, comma B, comma C or normal. See, if you mention like we have 0, 1, 5, 8, 9, 9, 1, right? Now I want to retrieve like any information where C1 equals to 1, you can able to 0, you can able to 5, right? Now I'm mentioning like a 5 comma 0. That like I supposed to retrieve two values information in this table, but I'm not able to get here. Equal operator works with single value. You can able to compare you and me as equal or not. Okay, you cannot able to compare with all the people in one shot. Okay, if you want to compare multiple values at a time, we need to use in operator. So if we use in operator, we will get the values in this way. See, 0 value you got and 5 also you got. See what happened if you use in this way at the back end, you know, OR operator and see, while retrieving the data from the country table or population table. Okay, so you are trying to retrieve XYZ person from India country. Okay, now you need to put the condition in two ways. Sorry, two conditions you need to put. Like select star from population tab where country equal to India and name equals to XYZ. You are searching with combination of two conditions, two rules. If the two rules are satisfied, then only you will get the results. See, the India may have the multiple persons. XYZ name may or may not present in India. It's a alphabetical values, not the name. No one may put like XYZ as a name. So the condition may falls in this place. If one condition got failed, you won't get any results. Right? In case if we use like OR operator instead of AND, if I use OR, the person need to be present either India or Pakistan or name anything. Two conditions, either this or that. In such place, I will go with the OR operator. Right? Now I am trying to use like where C1 equals to how this in operator works here equals to 5 or C1 equals to 5. We're checking two conditions with single column by using, but I'm using OR operator here. In case if we have like now with another condition with AND, so C2 equals to A. In case if you have now, see, you are not getting the correct results. I mean, you are getting the results with only what value we have as A, right? See, ABC you are not getting here, right? See now in such place, use brackets. So while doing of the calculation also in mathematical. So if you are doing like a, you can say select 2 plus 10 by from the. See, if you are getting like now, so the operation is performing 10 plus 2. So we supposed to do the calculation 12 divided by 2, 6, right? Now you are getting like a 7. So the system is doing the calculation like 10 divided by 5 is the first priority. So it is giving the priority for the division first. and it giving the second priority for the arithmetic operation, addition. Right? You need to prioritize that which operation need to be performed first. Okay, for that reason, you can mention simply with this. So give the brackets what the operation need to be first run. That operation you need to mention in the single quotation. Now see, you got like 6 here. In this case, you got 7. Okay. See, you are giving the priority for the operation execution, operator execution. You are giving the priority for arithmetic first here. Then it is going for the division. Okay. Now, so we have the comparison operator. Okay. So comparison operators. So we have, okay. Comparison operators are used to build a comparable conditions between two terms. There are running a logical results true, false, or null. True, false, or null. Okay, false or null, both are equal. See, if you provide, I will explain. See, first we learn with the equal operator, we done. Okay, here we done with the equal operator. So now I'm going to my tables is not present here, so I'm creating here. Select star from EMP. Now we have this data. Okay, we have this data. See, if you want to retrieve where salary equals to 800, 1600. So you need to use in the in operator here. In. The in operator will split the conditions into each value into different condition. Salary equal to 800 or salary equal to 1600. Okay. Now, so we have not in. Other than this, if you have anything, other than this, if you have any values, 800 and 1600, other than this, if you have any value, that all the people information you need to get here. See, we don't have any 800 and 800 and 1600. We don't have any information on this, right? Now we have other operators. So we have other operators equal to be done. Okay, now we see about greater than and less than. Now I'm trying to retrieve the salary is greater than 800. See, we have the employee information as a 14 employees here. The minimum salary is 800 and the maximum salary is 5,000. Okay, if I use where salary is greater than 1,000, so you won't get like 800 and 900. See, you haven't get like 800 and 900, right? See, the greater than or equals to. Okay, now I'm trying to mention, so what I can say, 1250 greater than 1250. I'm getting 9 records here. We don't have any value less than 1250. Every value is in upper. Above that we have, right? If I use like now greater than or equal to, now it includes the 1250 as well in our results. If you have any. Okay, now less than or equals to. We use less than, we get only 3. If we use equal to 5, we will get. So 1250 we have two recurrence. Okay, so this is about equal to, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, in, not in. In operator and or operator both are the same, but you are shorting the conditions in this simple way. So where we need to write the multiple conditions, I'm mentioning as in value 1, comma value 2, comma value 3, something like, and so on. Any values you can. Now we can go with between, not between. See, if you want to retrieve the data, if you don't have the between operator, you can able to retrieve the data by using greater than and less than or equals to. Greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. Okay. Now I need to retrieve the data. So whose salary is between 12,050 to 3,000? Okay. So in such case, I will use greater than or equals to this. $11. Okay. Now if I use I haven't used condition, right? I use greater than or equals to. I haven't put, see, just I mentioned the lower bound. I haven't mentioned the upper bound. Okay. And salary less than or equals to 3,000. See, now you can verify you don't see any value greater than 3,000. We'll see up to 3,000 because I use the equal operator. Okay. The same thing you can able to do with simply by using between. Between 1200 and 3,000 simply. See, you can verify all the values the same.
Including 1250 and 3000.
Yes.
Between
also it is showing, right? Here also it is showing the same.
can be used greater than equal to, sir.
See, I mentioned instead of between operator, you can able to manage greater than or equals to, less than or equals to. By combination of greater than or equal to and less than or equals to, what the conditions you are mentioning with two different conditions. The two different conditions you can able to easily manage with between operator. Okay, between operator. Okay, not between. Other than this range, if you have anything, you'll get that. Now, how can you manage in this place? Tell me. See, the same results we are able to get like using between, right? So now I need to exclude these range values. I need to display the remaining values here.
Not less than equal.
Less than 1250.
Greater than.
Greater than. Okay, it may be equal to no. See if you mention
Column to act organ. Single column to act an organ.
See, you got the values. So whose value is greater than 3000 and less than 1250? What the values we have, that all values we got here. Okay, see, if you don't know the answer also, you can practice with this more and more. You will get definitely some idea. Now we're done with between and not between. Now we may use is operator to retrieve the null values. You already know. So you want to retrieve the data from employee table. Okay, so where commission in 300 will get for getting the value, right? For use not equals to we have, right? How we can convert this equal to the not equal to by mentioning explanatory mark prior of equal to. Other than 3, what we have, we got it, right? So you can mention not equal to in 2 ways. Greater, less than, greater than. If you mention 2 symbol as a combined, the system will treat like as a this is the like a not in operator, so not equal to operator. Now see, you are not getting like all the values. How many values we have in the employee table? 14 records. So how many you are excluding here? Just you are excluding only one value, 300. So how many values you need to get here? You are excluding out of 14, you are excluding only one. You need to get 13. But you are getting only 3. So what is happening here?
Null is undefined.
Null is undefined, right? So null value we cannot able to compare. Null is not equal to 300. It's a false. It's a false. That's the reason you are not getting. So how can we get that particular information as well? While doing of this, you need to mention or commission is null. Now you got like 13 records, right? So I don't want to mention 2 different conditions to retrieve the employee values, null values and not null values. Okay, now go with the simply is operator. Sorry, is operator you already know. So I will go with the simply. So how we have the length function, length of 1, 2, 3 from dual. Same way we have the function NVL. NVL is the function where we have the null values, and I'm going to replace with the not null value for that. So 1, 2, 3 is a value. If you have any not null value in that, I'm mentioning simply as a 1. See, instead of 1, 2, 3, I'm mentioning like a null. I will get the difference 1. See, it works with the 2 arguments, column 1, column 2. If column 1 having the value, it displays the column 1 value. If the column 1 does not have the value, displays column 2 value. Just I mentioned like a null comma 1 here. So null is a value, null is not having the value, right? So it's undefined value. So for that reason, it displays as a 1. If you mention like a C1, comma C2, see C1, comma C2. If you mention if for C1 having the value, its a meaning is not null. If C1 is not null, it displays C1. If C1 is null, it displays C2. Okay. So usually NVL function is used to replace the null values with any not null value. It won't touch the it won't touch the not null values. If you have any null values, I'm going to replace that null with not null. Matanga. See, I want to display the employee information. I want to display the employee information here, right? I'm able to display 14 records here. Now I need to display commission. Who does not have the commission? I need to make as a bonus. See, in case we have some employee table and I need to generate bonus for the employees. Bonus, festival bonus or Dasara, anything, Diwali. Okay. See, the people who does not have the commission, who are all not getting as incentives, who does not have the commission, in such people, I'm going to provide some festival bonus for them. So how will you know the person does not have the commission? So the commission field we have here, especially if the commission is having the null, those person does not have the commission, right? So who are all not having the commission, mention the commission as a 10,000 rupees for them, or 5,000, 2,000, anything. Okay, so now how can you mention that? See, mentioning the what are the columns is required for me. See, new commission, just I renamed with the old column only. Just I renamed with a new commission. I haven't put my logic yet. My logic need to be derived first. I derived some extra column here other than my table columns. See, with existing column only, just I renamed as a new column, new commission. Okay. The same results, you are seeing the same results in both columns because I'm using the same column in both places. Okay, right? Commission here and commission in this place. Okay, now I'm using the logic here. Function, what the function I'm going to use? NVL. See, I'm trying to display the results. The column is present the value or not. If value is present here, I will display. If value is not present here, see, first column does not have the value. So I supposed to retrieve 1,000 rupees for them. So I supposed to give the bonus as 1,000. And second, the value is present. Display that the value as is 500. Display the value. Here, we don't have the value here. So then display the 1,000. 1,400. Present the value. So display as is the old value. This value is not present. Display. 0. 0 is also having the commission. When he does not have the null. See, if I have the null only, I will replace. If I have any undefined value, in such case only, I will display as a not null value, any not null value. Here, I'm having this null, 0 is a not null value. Okay, so I cannot able to touch anything on that as well. Now I'm mentioning, and now I'm running the results. You can get the results somewhat. See, 0 we have, I haven't touched that. 300 touch, not touch. 500 not touch. 1,400 not touch. But remaining all nulls got replaced with the 1,000. So for that information, I'm saying NVL function is used to replace null values with any not null values. If you mention like here as a null, there is no like use by replacing after this or that. See, nothing is. Unnecessarily, you are putting some extra step to the system. Okay. Now this is also one function. You may get in the function concept, but here, so now see we are getting these results. NVL of. So we can mention like some default value like 999, something like. Okay, you are getting this. Okay.
Replace the null.
Null with the not null value, the given not null value. So now I need to retrieve whose value commission is not equal to 300. So I'm removing this condition as well now. What is happening now? You will get 13 records here now. Because this value is getting converted in this format. Now the values is getting compared with this operator, this call. Double 999 is not equals to 300. Sorry, what we mentioned? 300. Okay, and we mentioned like 300 is not equal to 300. It's a false. So you won't get that results. You won't get that results. You don't have 300 here. You are not at all getting any other values. You are getting null values as well. Because it comparing with the values wherever I have the null, and I'm going to compare 9999 is not equal to 300. It is comparing in that format. It is not comparing null is not equal to 300. Thus, you converted the values here. Okay, converted the values here in this form. Okay, this is the advantage where we are working with null values. You need to keep in mind while using in the where class. You need to use these functions. Okay. Now we have other things. Exist, not exist. See, exist operator, how the in operator is getting executed, the same way exist also will work, but exist will faster than the in operator. Why? See, we have like EMP and DF. DF is a table for me. Now while retrieving the data in this table, we use DF. We have these 5 records. See who are all present in employee table and DF table. Both records I need to display. See, I need to. The client has provided some account information yesterday. Okay, so whatever the accounts has opened yesterday, that all information has provided to you today, and tomorrow you logged in, and he is going to provide yesterday information to you today. So the yesterday account holders may come with existing customers and may come with new customers. See, if the existing customers having any issue, they are going to do some updation on their accounts. Okay, so you are able to generate. So what are the change records we have yesterday and new records we have yesterday that you are going to generate and send it back to me. In such case, I need to check what are the records we got. See, I need to retrieve what are the records has received from both yesterday and today. What are the account holder information you got yesterday and today as well. How can we identify? Simply, so take all the employee information, and the DF table is having current information, current day information that may be updated, may be new. Okay, see in such place, this is the current table, this is the main table. Now we are going to check like employee number in select employee number from DF. Okay, here you are getting what are the employees you have with me, you have with you. Okay, what are the employees I have with me that I am selecting in this? 7369756 in this format, right? See, now I don't want to mention all the employee numbers here. Just I mention these values. Instead of putting this, just I mention the single query. Records. Instead of mentioning all the values in class, I'm mentioning instead of in class values, instead of values, I'm mentioning the single query. Single query. So if you are, see this, we can call it as a subquery. Subquery. Instead of writing column value in the where class, if you are writing any query in the column value, see, you are providing the column values, employee number equal to 7369, employee number equal to 7902. Something you are writing the column value. Instead of the column value, if you are writing any select statement, that we can call it as a subquery. This we can call it as a subquery, or you can mention within the query, if you are writing any other query, that also we can call it as a subquery or nested query. Nested query. Query within the query, we can call it as a nested query or subquery also. See, query within the query will write in two places. Select statement, sorry, from class, in where class. We have classes concept, I will explain in that way. See, this we can call it, this is the where. We are writing like a where, it's a class. From is a class, select is a class. CLAS is not, CLAUSC class. Okay, I will explain about that, nothing. Now we have this. Okay, see, exist operator. See how you are getting the in operator results. See, in these type of situations, we'll use exist operator. We'll go with in operator and as well as exist, both will same. How will you mention exist? You will get that error. If you want to work with exist, you no need to mention this column name in this where class. You need to where exist, select 1, 2, 3, anything you can mention. So 1, 2, 3, so anything you can mention here, nothing will happen with that. That condition will check in this place. Where df dot employee number equals to emp dot employee number. Now you can check here. 5 records you got. Not exist. Simply use the not instead of exist. Other than this 5, what we have, we will get. Okay. What's the advantage of in and not exist? Both will do the same results. Both will get, both ways you will get same results, but exist operator will give the better than the in operator performance, because exist operator will check the Boolean values. It won't check the actual values. If I use in 7369, 7566, 7788, something like you are mentioning, it check all the values one by one and displaying the results for you. But exist operator, it won't display the value, it won't check the value is present or not, value is present or not. See, what are the satisfied values we have in that select statement? For all the records, it displays true, 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 false, true, false, true, false, something like. If you are using exist, it will display all the true values for you. If you are using not exist, displays all the false value for you. See that, like, Exist operator works with Boolean values, not with the actual values. Not with the actual values. Name in Shiva, name in XYZ, name in ABC. So it is not checking with actual values, it is checking with Boolean values, true or false. The entire column is looking the value. The value, if you are using exist in the sense, true, false, true, false, true, false. All the satisfied records get like the system will think like as a true records. All the false record, unsatisfied records, it treat like it mentioned like as a false. If you are using exist, it simply get the true values for you. It fetch false. Like that's the reason you will get data faster.
Statements.
No, we are not looping
No,
anything.
these are not looping when you're using two tables, right?
So you may use same table as well here. You may use different tables. That I don't need that your requirements. So you may use the same table in n number of times. You may use different table as well. This is about somewhat like operators. So we have another things. So we'll complete with this logical operators and or not. So however you people will know and or not. So we till now we done with the or. This or that. So if you have two conditions, first condition, second condition, if both conditions satisfied, we will get the results. If either of condition got failed, you will get zero records, null records. You won't get any data. Okay. So in case if I use and, sorry, or, any one of the condition got satisfied or two conditions satisfied, you will get the results. Okay. Not if you are using like a satisfied, I mean equal to 100. So meaning not in the sense other than that what we have, other than 100 what we have, that we are going to get. So usually we'll write where department number not equals to 200, not equals to 20, we'll write. Instead of that, just we are mentioning before class. So before the column name, we are mentioning not operator.
Shall not be equals.
Instead of not equal to, instead of not equal to only. Okay. If you are giving the true results, the value other than that value, what we have, that we are going to get. If you are expecting Hyderabad people, so the not will get, other than Hyderabad, what we have, that we will get. Okay, this is about for today's class. So I already shared this document.
No.
Okay, see, we have a hierarchical operator and other thing we have set operators. This is very, very important. Sets, how we have union, intersect, minus. So in mathematical also we have